The world has gone mad. Humans developed psychological strategies and coping mechanisms that have now been hijacked by social media, regular media, and workplaces, leaving people way more tribal and living in louder echo chambers than we were ever intended to be in. As someone that has given up, I have a different perspective than men who are trying to date. I can understand the notion of, there are no good women. It can be very difficult to find a woman that you find attractive physically, mentally, and emotionally, and is single or willing to admit she is single. Another problem I have observed from a distance is high self-esteem with low self-awareness. Thinking you are a 10 when the people around you think you are a 6 can lead to unrealistic expectations. This, along with a notion that I am entitled to love without putting in the work to get it. In fact, people have really lost the sense of what work ethic is. Either they do things that make life harder just to prove they work hard, or, as is more common, try to do as little as possible but expect rewards for their lack of effort. It is not all doom and gloom, but things do not look like they are going in the right direction at this moment as it pertains to love and marriage. Far too many women today demand the authority of a man, the privilege of a woman, and the accountability of a child, all while claiming victimhood status under the patriarchy. Most modern women want perfection without being anything close to perfection themselves, and they lack accountability and the ability to accept the consequences of their decisions. It's mind-boggling. To the women who are still single, work on your personality and character more. If you have a bad personality, or practically none at all, hardly anybody will be attracted to you. If you don't have a strong sense of integrity, and you keep breaking promises or making promises that you have no intention of keeping, how do you expect a decent man to trust you? If you don't have a strong sense of fair play and right and wrong, then how do you expect a man of quality to respect you? All the makeup and nice clothes in the world won't overcome these flaws for men with high standards. In fact, too much makeup sometimes can make you look like a clown or a little tacky. Too many women have unrealistic expectations. They can't make up their minds. They demand too much, and it's hard to get a read on them at times. One day things are fine. You're a great and awesome dude. Then suddenly they change their mind, and they either ghost you or give you a BS reason why you aren't talking anymore. Then you end up seeing them on social media with another dude. My question is, when are these people going to be content? It seems like today, you have to be a code breaker to understand what it's going to take to make a woman happy. The most common reason I have seen why women are single is choices. The men they choose, how they choose to live, what they choose to focus on. Most women have many options and get more attention and interest from me than men get from women. We all see videos and TikToks of women complaining about men, but they choose those men. Dating apps overflow a woman with options. I do feel women, as compared to men, have so many options, but they don't know how to choose wisely. Exactly the opposite for most men. They have little to no options, so the choice is minimal. It's unrealistic expectations, and also something I call the princess mindset. One day a prince will come and save me from everything wrong with my life, including me, is a deeply ingrained belief some women have from childhood, and those who don't grow out of it don't realize just how toxic it is. No one can fix you but you. No one will fall from the sky and be your perfect match. It always takes effort, and in long-term relationships, a lot of compromise. People, even those who click, will have friction. It's just the nature of being with people. Social media is definitely a big reason why both women and men are against each other. We should be working together to understand each other, not blame and judge each other. Look for the good in each other, but not the other way around. It will only lead to good rather than bad. Dating apps provide women as a whole so much validation that it completely throws off their calibration for what they need to do to make it worthwhile for a man they want to stick around. Many women have lost their humility because they can log into their dating apps and get hundreds of matches, and thus they can shrug their shoulders and simply say next. I'll add that not only social media is contributing but also reality shows. All of these love reality shows are of perfect 10s, with successful six-figure jobs, and this is what makes women think they can get that just as easily. Honestly, the biggest reason in my mind for single women is there's this phenomenon of women who only want a man when he doesn't want them. Then heaven forbid the man realizes he actually appreciates things about her and wants to take her out, treat her well, and not just want to sleep together. Yes, they want that part too, but all the precursors of a quality relationship are present too. It seems as soon as the man actually wants the woman, she is like, now I can have him, so I don't want him. I get the human psychology aspect of wanting more of what you can't have, but at some point, that can't hold true if the woman wants a quality relationship. Modern women won't even acknowledge or respond when you start criticizing them for their stereotypical behavior and actions when you're with them. You can refer to their decision to withhold information as a choice, plausible denial, a lack of agency, or any combination of the three. But in my opinion, it goes well beyond any of that. Because they are so good at bluffing their way through life, I believe that women are particularly skilled at the game of human poker, and hence, at controlling how they want their men to be, act, and behave. I've come across plenty of women who claim to be the most knowledgeable intellectuals in the world. They would discuss all the wonderful places they had visited. They always attempted to depict themselves as having a fantastic lifestyle by applying their makeup in the most fashionable ways. Even though they had little interest in sports, they would talk about dining at upscale places and attending sporting events. Women nowadays tend to want the rest of the world to perceive their life as distinctive, fascinating, and unlike anybody else's. But in all of this, I feel that they tend to rope you in on their twists and turns to eventually try and control every single aspect of your life. When they say they had a past where the people they loved left them, and then they cling on to you and make you promise you'll never leave them, they're also trying to control you so that whenever you are out and about, you barely ever have any alone time, and any alone time that you want is going to seem like a burden on your relationship. Women should make their standards realistic. Women should look at their list at least once a year and remove 2 things from their list of standards, not add to them. Oh, and the answer to the question of what they bring to the table is not they are the table. Women have to take themselves off the I am the prize standard. Those that still believe that should look around. If they were the prize, they would be chased. We are not chasing anymore. This whole "you're perfect just the way you are" movement seems to have led to a complete lack of self-awareness. At the end of the day, everything comes down to the emotional intelligence. If we want to find the right partner, we need to use our intelligence to find it. If we want to get a relationship to work, again, we need to be emotionally intelligent enough so we can make it work. Start today to improve your emotional intelligence if you want to be happy in this life. Quite a lot of good men are probably under the thumb, killing time in a sour and bitter relationship with the wrong person for them. Time is long, yes, but these guys are wishing it was longer and that they could escape from their narcissistic partner, who has them fathered up and financially locked up. So while they do have a good heart, they are going to waste with the wrong person who will never let them go and never ever be kind. Thanks for watching The Circle of Kings. As always, we're looking forward to your support. So please hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with everything all kings like yourself need to know.